Hello and welcome back. This is Fashion Doll Dreamer, and today we're going to do something a little different that I've done with previous box dolls that I wanted to keep displayed in the box, and that's a partial deboxing of the iconic Pink and Pretty Barbie doll from 1981, released in 1982. Now, this is a doll I actually had when I was about 12 years old. She wasn't exactly a favorite of mine because she was, a bit too pink and fluffy for me, not really my personal taste. But she was a great doll to have at the time, very iconic doll. The ads were everywhere, and you'll see them in a tick. I've got the Australian ad, the American ad, and there was a British ad that had a whole range of Barbie items, but featured her in it as well. I had other dolls at the time as well, but I did sort of play with her. I love the interchangeable pieces. That's the great thing about her. She continued the tradition that started in the late 70s with, I think, Pretty Changes Barbie, where she had interchangeable fashion items that you could move around for a whole bunch of different looks. And as the box says, over 20 absolutely dreamy looks there. But first, before we look at the box in detail and the doll, let's have a look at some of those ads that aired when she was first released back then.
Here's Pink and Pretty Barbie.
Barbie's got big plans for this weekend. Has she got the clothes? Sure, this whole pink wardrobe.
Pink and Pretty Barbie doll comes with everything you need to change around and create more than 20 different glamorous looks.
This little cape can be a hat, too. Ooh, feels furry. Sparkly jewelry. Barbie, you've got enough clothes for a whole week.
Pink and Pretty Barbie doll comes with fashion accessories and a change-around wardrobe from Mattel.
What do you give Barbie? The glamorous girl who has everything. It's very tricky, because Barbie already has a four-poster bed and her own vanity unit, complete with hairdryer. And it's no good giving her makeup. She has a whole makeup department and dream store, and so many pretty clothes. What can you give Barbie? You can give her love. Barbie from Mattel, the world's #1 name in toys.
Bright lights, big city, Barbie's pink and pretty. She's the girl with the style, style, style. High fashion, dressed in satin. Barbie can stay for a while.
Pink and Pretty Barbie's a stunner. She can wear her pink and pretty outfits so many different ways. Or you can slip her into any of the Barbie fashion collection.
Uptown, downtown, she's the girl around town.
New Pink and Pretty Barbie from Mattel.
Weren't those ads great? I actually remember very clearly the Australian ad because it made me want her. I remember that jingle was in my head all day when I went off to the city to buy her at Myer, which was like it's still a big department store here in Australia. I went all the way to the city on my own, saved up my money for her, and bought her. This is the Taiwan version, the Taiwan-made version. I think it's a bit rarer because, especially in Australia, we had the Philippines-made version, which is a little different. And I'll show a few photos of her from online, so you can see slight differences there, especially in the skin tone. Let's have a look there. I'll debox her so you can see what she looks like, but yeah, the skin tone's a little different. It's not as tan, and she doesn't have those marks on her screening, the facial screening, with those little lines that the Filipinos have and the softer complexion. I actually didn't know she was the Taiwan version, so I was rapt when I got her because I do like the Taiwan versions of the dolls. I like their sharper screening and their sort of peachier skin tones from this area rather than that greyish tan there. A little bit of history, as I said, I had the doll when I was a kid. Unfortunately, she developed alopecia. I don't think her hair was rooted properly, and she lost all her hair, believe it or not. It just used to come out in clumps every time I brushed it. I think actually my mum, because she contacted Mattel, because she did work right near the Australian headquarters. They didn't give me another one as a replacement. I think they gave me Magic Girl Barbie instead, which I actually loved. And you can see my video of her here on YouTube as well, which I might redo because the sound's not so great on that. I don't know what's happened to the sound on that one, but anyway, might redo that in the future. So anyway, let's take a look at the box there. And you can see it says over 20 absolutely dreamy looks. I'm just going to focus. And those fabulous illustrations, as you can see. These are some of my most favorite illustrations from all the Barbie boxes. I do love that close up there with the Pink and Pretty Barbie. And you can see she's got her accessories there as well, which I'll show you in better detail once we open the box there. Now let's take a look at the sides and the back of the box. Again, those gorgeous illustrations there to show the different ways she can wear those items. There's so many gorgeous ways to wear the skirt. So these featured that overskirt there with the furish trim, that faux fur trim. Let's have a look at the other side. Don't ask me why, but out of the interchangeable pieces for these dolls, even with Fashion Photo Barbie, I should say, who came out in 1978, a little before Pretty Changes, I always preferred the pants over the skirt for some reason. Don't know why. I just thought it looked a bit more disco than those long skirts with the split in them, which were sexy in their own way. But I do like the pants, and I usually used to change my dolls into the pants out of those interchangeable pieces. As you can see here, it says so many glamorous ways to wear the pants. And you can see she's got her cape and her peplum, or the overskirt, I should say. Peplum that can be a hat, that sort of thing, and that sparkly little camisole top. She has great jewellery too. That drop jewellery is really cool and quite unique. You know, I like the fact that you've got that drop necklace and the drop earrings that you can actually change into just the typical post diamond earrings there, or diamante earrings, but let's call them diamond, hey, for just imagination's sake. Okay, let's look at the back of the box. She outdazzles them all with her many fashion looks, and there you can see she's got her fur bow, what do you call that? The stole, I guess, fur stole. Yeah, the hat, which is a peplum as well, and the skirt, which converts to a cape, and she's got her skirts and pants there. And let's have a look at, oh, your doll needs support to stand, so I guess she doesn't come with a stand. But that's okay, I'm going to keep her in the box so I don't need a stand for her, which is great. And you can see the features she has there on the back, long blonde hair to style lots of ways. Well, mine did until she didn't. Poor thing, I mean, you should have seen it. It was coming out in clumps and she was pretty much bald in about a couple of weeks. I don't know why I didn't replace her or get another one. And, you know, Mattel gave me, as I said, that magic curl instead. But, yeah, again, she wasn't a favourite of mine, unfortunately. But I'm glad I have her now because she does represent that era and she is an iconic doll of the early 1980s. But I love the presentation of the box more than the actual doll itself, if that makes sense. So that's why she's one of the few dolls I wanted to display boxed there. What else does it say? Dazzling, dangling, or post earrings. I'm trying to read this off the camera when I should just read it beyond the camera there. Glittery ring and necklace, fabulous furry trimmed hat and peplum, luxurious furry bow, I don't know how to say that. Glimmery top, elegant skirt and pants, glamorous furry trimmed overskirt. Shoes! Wow, it's good to have shoes, isn't it? Brush, comb, perfume bottle, mirror with a decal. So she comes with those usual sex accessories that a lot of the dolls came with, like beauty secrets and all of that there. And you can see the bottom there. Oh, come on, let's focus, babe. Come on. There we go. Made in Taiwan, 1981, Hawthorne, California. So she is the Taiwan version, which is great because I got her for a really, really good deal from a local Aussie seller. Didn't cost me much at all, but I didn't know whether she was Philippines or Taiwan. I just thought, I'll nab her. because she was such a great deal. And so I was rapt I got the Taiwan version because, as I said, I didn't have that version. As a kid in Australia, we didn't get many of the... I didn't see any Taiwan Pink and Pretty Barbies back then, or maybe there were. It was a million years ago. But I'm glad I've got this one here. So, let's open the box and see what's inside. And here she is, still on her backing, but out of the box. I love these boxes from the early 80s because they just have that little tab. There's no glue or sticky tape. You can open them really easily without damaging the box and put her back in there safe and sound, which is what I intend to do. But you can see all the paperwork that she came with as well. Let's have a look at her close up. And isn't she beautiful? I love that peachier skin tone. I'm not a big fan of that grayed out tan that they used in the early 80s for, you know, like Magic Curl and Golden Dream, and even though she was a bit more golden, I guess. But was never a fan. Wasn't a fan of Malibu either until recently. You can probably see a lot of Malibu Barbie pictures in my Instagram feed. But I love this peachy skin tone. She's beautiful. And, you know, she doesn't have that very soft, blurry screening. And it's much sharper, which is characteristic of the Taiwan dolls, which I love too. Her hair is actually coming apart, I think. The rubber band must have disintegrated because it doesn't look like she does have much of a ponytail left, and nothing will focus, of course, but there you go. See, so there you go. So that's not, yeah, I might just leave it though. I don't want to make it any messier. But her hair's a lovely colour too, as you can see there. And there's that wonderful drop necklace and drop earrings. I'll show them. Aren't they great? Which you can turn into post earrings as well. I love her blush too. She's got a lot of it, which is great. Yeah, so pretty. Let's have a look at the outfit. Again, pink is not really my thing. I know it's Barbie, but yeah, I was not a big fan of this outfit. I loved a few years later with when they released Fabulous Fur Barbie with that blue jumpsuit, and she had sort of like brownish hair instead of blonde. It was like a deep dark blonde almost. I loved her. Yeah, loved it. It was blue and white instead of pink. But still, you know, it was that era, I guess. And it's a light pink at least. As you can see there, as I'm zooming in, those are her accessories. So she's got the brush, the comb. She's got a decal for the mirror that you can stick on. What is that? Oh, I think it's probably the peplum in there. I know, yeah. I'm not going to open it though. I'm leaving it in the bag. Sorry, guys. You'll have to see that elsewhere. There's her trousers. She's wearing the skirt. She's wearing the... Let me try to fix it. She's wearing the overskirt, wearing the boa, and the glittery top there. And let's move her head down a bit. Great. So very, very pretty. Very early 80s too. I like the thicker eyebrows. Not as thick as Brooke Shields, but you know, certainly of the time there. Same with that really pretty natural makeup there, you know, with hues of pinks and blues. I mean, of course, she's on the standard superstar body. Or the superstar era body, you know, with the bent arms and the twisty waist and the click legs. Oh, and I see that she's got the open toe pink shoes there. You can just see a bit of them there. Yeah, so she's got them too, which were pretty characteristic of the dolls of the time. A lot of them had the open toe shoes again. I know my Magic Curl had that. So let's look at the paperwork there. So that's the Barbie World of Fashion booklet, and of course yours truly, the Pink and Pretty Barbie. It's on the cover there in a lovely illustration with the girl. We've seen that a million times. I've shown the same booklet, I think, in the last few videos, so I'm not going to go through it again. You can watch those. I'll link them down below, if I remember, so you can see what's in those. And of course, Barbie Fan Club. That application form for that. And this I really like, the rebate certificate. I remember getting this with my Western Barbie too, but it was for Dallas, the horse. This one's for the electronic piano, which I really want now. like really, really, really want it now. Do you think if I pop in that rebate certificate to Mattel, they'll still honour it? It said it finishes March 1983, but you know, it's only been a few years since then. So who knows? But I really want that piano now. Wow. I forgot all about that. I'm sure I've seen it before, but wow. I mean, imagine getting this as a kid back in 1982 and seeing a rebate certificate for that. I would be hassling my parents for it straight away. I would so want that. Mattel really knew how to advertise their wares back then by putting things in the box. That was a great, oh God, what's happening there? It's like my townhouse was like covering it there. Yeah, that was a great idea. Very clever marketing idea to put in the booklets and those certificates, because it'll make you always wanting more. And as Elliot Handler once said, in the New York Times, I think, and Ruth apparently admonished him right there and then. He said, it's the razor blade theory. Get the doll, you need to get the clothes and the accessories and the houses and whatnot, and the cars and all of that. And so, yeah, very, very clever marketing idea there. So, there you have it. I'm not going to take her off her backing, I'm sorry. I'm going to put her back in the box, but at least you've seen a little look of what she's like inside that box there. I'll even show you a picture of her displayed on my shelf at the end there. So thanks for watching, and remember to like, comment, share and subscribe, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.